Alright, so I think what we should do now, we have all three of the four major parts. We have the roof, we have the sides, and we have the other side. So all the four major parts plus the wheels. Give me the wheels. What are you doing, Zoe? We need those. So I think we should weigh the parts and see where we're at. So we have this handy kitchen scale. And according to the rules here,
take these out.
well, I think we'll be fine. I just need to weigh it right now. It cannot be over 5 ounces. And since we added so much wood, I'm going to guess.
That we're over it.
Well, yeah, we'll have to remove some. If I can get this thing to pick up. So I'm going to guess we're over 5 ounces. So let's see. We'll put the car on there. We're just going to stack all the parts up. We're already at almost 4 ounces there. So we're at 4. Right there is 5 ounces without our roof and without these two wheels.
So let's hollow out the roof.
So we're going to have to hollow out some stuff. I think we'll have to hollow out the body too.
Let's hollow out the center of everything so no one can see.
So all told, we're at about 7 ounces. We need to get rid of 2 ounces of wood. We can do that, I think.
Yeah.
So we can hollow out the roof, and I think we can hollow out most of this car. Because right here, the roof goes from here easily to here. So when you put the roof on it, it covers all that space. So I think everything under this roof we could hollow out. We got to make sure we don't hit the axle, but all this other stuff we could hollow out.
Yep.
So we could do that with the drill and the chisel like we did on the other one.
Yep.
And then I think we're getting close to be able to glue it together and then do the finish work on it.
Yep.
So let's put our scale away. We'll need that again in a bit, but we'll put it away for now so we don't get a bunch of sawdust in it. Alright, so what we used last time was a regular bit like this, but we got to be careful with these. We don't want them to go too deep, so we might find a slightly bigger, I don't know, let's see. I think we did 2 holes side by side, right?
Yep.
So this is the back of the car. I'm going to label it so I don't cut into the hood, right? So I want to stay in front of this axle by a bit. Don't want to come towards the axle. We want that to be good and strong. We can go from there, and then the roof comes at least to about here, I think. So we can hollow all this wood out from the other side.
Yeah.
And then we'll be okay. So I need my square. I'll transfer these lines because I drew them on the bottom like a silly pants. So I'm going to get these wheels off of here for now. We'll use a smaller bit, I think, here.
I'll load it in the truck.
Okay, so we'll have to move it, and we want to drill those from the top. So we want to make sure we don't go to the side all the way. We want to leave some there. You want to go ahead and put it in there?
Yeah.
So this little square worth of wood, we can hollow out. And we can do the same thing on the roof, except for the roof will have less room, of course. And we'll leave enough sides, a little bit more on that, because we're gonna do the curve on the roof still. We'll make sure we have lots of roof room. I want to cut into our windshield or nothing. That should get us enough room to remove some wood. And I'd like to get it really light so we can add weight back where we want it. Because remember, you can add weight, and where you add weight matters to how well the car runs down the track, right? So I'd like to get it lighter than the 5 ounces we need, if we can, and then we can add weight back. You getting it in there?
Yep. Yeah.
All right, you want to drill it over there?
Yep.
Oh, let me move the camera again.
Or we could use, oh yeah, the drills are ruled out. Stuck to my pants.
Alright, I'm getting tired of moving this camera. We need another mount over here so we're not keep moving the camera, you reckon? Alright, so we need to measure, so let me get some tape. Get that yellow masking tape over there, please.
Yep.
So what we don't want to do is go all the way through the bottom, so make some room here. So we want to make sure when we drill this that we don't blow out the bottom with this screw hole, so that screws down.
Yeah.
So we want to tape this. We'll mark our drill bit with this tape so that it can't go too deep. We don't want to go all the way through and blow out and make an ugly spot at the bottom. Be nice if all of our cutout wood was invisible, right? So I think we'll try that. And if it doesn't work, we can go all the way through and cut out the whole bottom, but
Yeah.
I think we'll start by just making it that deep, and we'll see what we end up with. Can always take off more wood later if we need to, right?
I will prepare. for battle.
We want to get the holes in the right places, right? So I think we'll start from the back.
Okay.
We want it to not cut into that square. See that square left? So we want this first hole to go about right here. Hard to line up these. A little bit more. Okay, you're fighting me. Can you let go for a minute? Right about there, I think. All right, grinder. Okay, you gotta hold it kind of straight so the screw doesn't strip out, and it'll start feeding itself in there. Starting to cut. Getting there. All right, can you get it? Ready? Roar. And drill all the way down until that yellow tape starts to rub.
Gonna be deep.
It's in close. Hold on. So we can see here. We're not quite touching.
The tape also kind of works as a chip cleaner.
Not really. It kind of just clogs up. Alright, I think we're down now, right? Okay, and then we're going to back it out. That's the first one. And we're going to try to get one next to it without blowing it out. And these are nice drill bits because that screw keeps them straight, so they don't blow out very good. Not as easy as a different kind of drill bit might. Alright, so we want our drill bit to be here on that little X to match where that one went. It's already trying to move on me. Alright, start the crane handle. Put some back into it. Slow down and get this stuff out of here so we can see where our tape rubs. Just about. Hold on. Don't get too crazy. You gotta watch where you're doing. You're going too deep. Don't want to blow out the bottom, right? There's two of them. Alright. Now we need to make some more holes.
Two more.
So I'm going to measure these. Well, as many as we can fit. I'm going to measure these and see where we end up.
I'm guessing it's about 6 that we can fit in there.
So I would say the middle of that line is about here. And we'll go there. What do you think? Right there? So if we line this one up, and there, and there, you can see we need to drill on that line right there.
Okay. In the middle of it, right?
Yeah, we're going to draw a line across it like this. Make an X. And then I'm going to go ahead and mark the next one too, so we can just keep drawing.
Yeah, I'll get the draw.
That was this hole, right?
Yeah.
That line. That'd be 6 holes. I don't know if we're going to be able to get more than 6. We might. We'll have to see what ends up. Well, maybe. Yeah, that'd be right there to make the hole too big. So I think we're going to have to do 6. And then we'll have to see. Maybe we'll get a smaller drill bit if we need to.
Also, do you have one of those drills that's operated by the 2 gears, like a beater drill or something?
We do, but it doesn't work as fast and good as this one.
An egg beater drill.
Egg beater drill, yeah, but it doesn't work as good as this one. Hold on, let me get this tight. It's all floppy. I think we're on the right spot. You gotta go the right direction now. Alright, you want me to hold top or are you gonna hold top?
I'm going to hold the top.
Alright, we gotta keep it straight. Well, slow down, we're getting close to our tape. Maybe one more. Right about there. Hold on, hold on, hold on. You can see, making no progress there, bud. Alright. 4 holes.
Probably fit one more set.
Yeah, I think after this we'll get one more.
And as I calculated, we're going to be able to fit about 6 in there.
Alright, you gonna crank them? No. As soon as you hit wood, you ran out of juice.
forgot his binding, so I stopped turning.
You know what? You got to put some. Once it starts cutting wood, all right. Watch where you're going now. You're about to get crazy and drill too deep a hole. Alright, okay.
And then we drilled it into a giant, like, rectangular hole.
We chiseled it. And we'll do it this way too. We'll chisel that, right?
Yeah.
We'll take a chisel and we'll knock out that other extra wood until it's a big cavity, and then we'll see. We should have weighed this one block and see how much weight we're moving, you know, with the drill.
Yeah.
But we forgot. So, all right, back that out. And we'll chisel out the extra wood, and we'll see where we end up. We can take some out under the hood too if we need to, but I'd rather not from the bottom.
Yeah.
It'd be nice if it was all flat on the bottom and no one could tell we cut wood out of it.
Yeah.
Kind of a mystery as to how it got so light.
We can just say we can just say that I go to Hogwarts and I use magic.
Yeah, I think what would work better for our patches if we have to do, you know, we're gonna make one next year. If we actually got balsa wood instead of pine.
Yeah.
Balsa wood weighs a lot less.
I didn't even know a balsa was there's such thing as a balsa tree.
Yeah, balsa wood weighs a lot less.
Ah.
So pine is kind of heavy and it has a lot of sap in it and it makes it kind of heavy.
Yeah.
So I think we'll knock out the spaces between them.
Should we
Do you
take
think
it
we ought
out?
to, no, do you think we ought to drill some of these middles out to
Yeah.
see if we can remove a little more without having to chisel it?
Yeah. Get progress.
So I got these standard flat chisels. I got some bigger ones, but the bigger ones are harder to drive and we want to kind of
Dad made the mallet.
make
by
a
the way.
straight line. So trick with these chisels is you don't want to angle them. If we go this way, it'll blow out the side.
Yeah.
So if anything, we want it to come in. So we're going to set the bevel to go in. And we're going to knock a little dent in it. We're going to line up on our line again. Knock another dent in it.
And that chunk is gone.
Yep. So you grab the mallet.
G-O-N-E.
Grab the mallet. Hold on, I got to line it up. Dude.
I was gonna grab it so I
All right.
wouldn't whack your fingers.
Oh, tap it. Alright. This one will take two, so tap it and then I'll move it. Okay, I'll move the chisel. Alright, I'll move the chisel again. Wider than the other one, alright? Give me a little bit of tap. You're just kind of making noise. You're not. There you go. You're not hitting it. You're not too crazy. In the middle. You went from not hitting it at all to trying to hammer it through, dude. All right. You gotta watch what the wood's doing. Can't just go hammering crazy now. This one's gonna be a little harder because we're cutting across the grain. So go ahead and smack it. Hold on. Knock that piece of wood off of there. Yeah, I don't think you're hitting it. Let me see. I think you're not smacking it. You need one sharp blow, not like a driving a nail, but just kind of a decent tap. Sides are easier, right?
Yeah.
Chisel might need to be sharpened a little bit too. Let's try the other one. It was doing fine with the grain, but across the grain, it seemed like it's hardly sharp enough. Might be sharpen that one.
Then we have a couple of plastic handle ones too.
We do.
I think they're Craftsman's, right?
Yeah, we have a bunch of different kinds. All right, so let's get this cleaned up, and then we'll weigh it. Again.
We could also take the chunk near that thingy out too, that part.
The hood?
Yeah.
Well, we do that from the other side though, right? Because this is the top of the car?
Nope.
So if we did that, we'd have to flip the car over and do it from the other side, and then they'd have a hole in the bottom. But we can do that if we need to, but let's see where we end up first.
I expect you could also whittle a car.
You could, if you wanted. It'd take a while, wouldn't it?
Yep.
It would take a while. There's a lot better tools than a pocket knife.
But the pocket knife's more satisfying.
I guess. my carving with chisels. Alright, so you can see our bottom has the holes in it.
Yep.
Wait about so I can open this. Don't leave me any room to open the device. Alright, so you can see where we have all the holes in it. I don't know if they can see that or not, but we removed all that wood. And these holes, we're down to, where'd my pencil go? Where'd my pencil go? There it is. So we are actually only that far down. Remember that screw goes down to probably about here.
Yeah.
So we could still chisel down to there and leave this floor.
Yep.
That's almost another third of the wood. So let's see what we got for weight. Get our scale over here. Again.
I think last time we made the charger taillights out of plastic and we had to weigh those too.
We did. We're going to add some weight too. That's why it needs to be lighter. It can't be 5 ounces. 5 ounces is the total weight we can have. We need to get it down quite a bit.
3, 4.
That way we can add
6,
some stuff
22.
back. Yeah, we're still heavy then, right? And we ain't even got the wheels on yet. So we're still, looks like we're going to be about 6, right about 6, 7, right?
Yeah.
So we were at 7.2, I think.
I think we should hollow out this roof.
We're going to have to roll the rooftop too, but let's get the body done. Let's work on what we're working on first, okay? So we got a lot more we can do here. We just need a different drill bit.
Yeah.
We still got to remove some wood from these too. I'm just trying to make it good and light. All right, ready to tap on it?
Yep. Tempted.
Here's the mallet. Okay, watching the end of it, right? You're just not pounding randomly, right? We want to make sure we get to the end and then stop our cut. All right, let me set her down some more. We'll get it all the way down until we can't see our screw holes anymore, maybe, and then we'll see where we're at again. Right? All right. Hold on, we're going too deep. All right, try again. Try using the handle. There you go. And cutting with the grain like this, it should peel up pretty easy. If we're going across the grain, it would cut a little not so easily. This will work. So the roof goes to here. That's where the windshield is, but we need to be probably here. So we can go all the way up to here and probably back to here, as long as we don't drill through the axle.
Yeah.
So we got lots of room to move more wood. So let's see. What'd you do, man? I just told you we were going to use the scale again. All right, so we said it had to be 227. Is that what that number says? We're going to be heavier than that, I can tell.
227.
We're at 286. We're getting close though, right?
Yeah. A little more wood, you're doing.
So we can drill back farther over the axle, but we can't go as deep.
Yeah.
So we can do that. So let's put it back in this vise and let's drill down some more. So line this up. You're not helping. Wait till I get it lined up. All right. All right, so let's get her, hold it straight, drill it down. We'll have to be careful. We want to curve this roof a little bit, so I don't want to go too far towards the trunk, right?
Right.
Make sure we leave enough room to curve our trunk back. Oh, that's far enough. Probably could have went a little farther forward than that, but we'll make it work. It'll be fine.
These things should get bearings.
It's just a drill, bud. It does the job. Don't think that hole quite got over far enough.
And the actual
fix it with a
drill
chisel.
assembly isn't even on camera.
Right. Well,
Like,
I guess, yeah,
getting
it's
race.
because we're looking down at an angle.
Ah.
They can see it drilling, they just can't see us working our hands. We can see the drill working, I think. But yeah, they can't see us working our hands. I think they know how it works, though. It works like this, right?
You're drilling into your bench.
That's fine. I was just trying to show how it works.
Most of the time, they get all angry when I try to drill into your bench.
Well, you shouldn't be just randomly drilling the bench. I just put a screw hole in it. It's fine. All right. So now
Whack-a-mole.
we should be able to bust this out. Do we need to move the camera? Hold on. If they want to be able to see it, I guess we could move the camera so they can see the mallet too. We're kind of looking down at a weird angle, so it's hard for them to see. All right. Tap, tap, gently. Okay. Okay. Do this side too. Let me get it lined up. Your horse is there. All right. Okay. Now if we take the mallet, and we knock that chunk out.
Whack-a-matic. I am ecstatic.
And then we can do down some more, a little bit more. Yeah, hold up. Okay. Same thing. We can come to the side. I'll knock that big chunk out. Probably need to do at least 1 or 2 more times. We'll have her.
That was 25 bangs.
Well, it doesn't matter how many times you do it. It matters where the chisel stops. You're not counting bangs. You're not counting bangs. You're paying attention to where the chisel's doing. All right, I think we're at the bottom of our holes, right?
Yep.
And we don't want this one to go quite as deep, so we're not going to go all the way down like the other one did. So we're just going to try to smooth this out a little. We're at 267. So we still got lots of wood we can remove, but I think instead of removing more from here, we could go forward a little bit to the windshield area, because it goes all the way to there. So we can go all the way, we can actually go all the way to about here. I don't want to go all the way up because we shape the roof again.
Yeah.
So we can probably do 2 more on here if you want. In the front.
Yeah.
2 more holes. These can go all the way down, and then we'll chisel them out to match this cavity because we got no axles in the way there, right? Yeah. All right, get up here. Got it. Start turning. We're getting close. Right there, I think. Okay. I want to go next to it too. All right. Turn, turn, turn. Take it easy now. We'll go crazy. It's controlled work.
I was all like ready to go.
That's not going to make a good cut, though, is it? It's going to make a mistake. All right, hold on. We're getting. Get this wood out of the way. I think we're just about there. All right. All right. We'll chisel that extra wood out too, right?
Just the sides and that little tip.
Well, we're going to go down the same height as the floor, I think, on this one.
If it had opening doors, I could probably fit a bunch of Lego people in here.
You could put a bunch of people in there. We could put seats in it, right?
Yep. Have opening doors just like the original Ecto one.
That would probably be more than we could probably do before the Pinewood Derby race.
Yeah. And plus the doors, if the car like turns, the doors would go flying off.
They might.
Flying
You'd have to have
open.
latches.
Yeah. They go flying open.
You definitely want to have latches for them. All right, pay attention, you're goofing off. 2.41. We had to get down to 227. I think instead of doing that, we might try to take some out of the roof, because this roof, we got a whole bunch of wood here that we don't need as well.
Yeah.
So I think before we go too crazy on this, because we could still take out all this space under the hood here too. We could drill probably 2 holes here too if we needed to, and we could thin the walls and curve this out more and all that. But I think before we do that, we might combine and see what we can get out of the roof.
We can probably get even more intense than outside.
Yeah, I bet we can, but here's the problem we're gonna have. Remember I talked about this point on this drill?
Yeah.
So when we drill through here, see that point? We don't want that point to go through the roof. So we measured last time with the tape. We're gonna do it here too. So
Is this a wood cutting bit?
yeah, but it's too pointy. Do you pay attention to what we're doing? Let's get this tape off of here. We'll put new tape on it in a different location. Okay, well come here. You help measure this or what? So what we're gonna do, the same thing, we're gonna measure where our drill bit. We're not gonna be able to drill too much into this one. See how close we are to the roof?
Yeah.
So we don't want to blow through, so we don't want it to go much more than just those lips there. So it's gonna go pretty close to just right about here. We're barely cutting in, but we're gonna chisel out the rest when we need it.
Yeah.
So we'll add a flap there too. Okay. Like that. Something like that. And that should allow us to drill in there. We got to be careful when we get to the back because this curves down a little more. But we should be good all the way till here. Which we want to have something to shape that anyway. We don't want to go all the way up to here either, to the windshield. We might want to shape that still. So we got all this space in the middle though, where we can take out some wood. So I think we'll leave this square here. Put it in the vise. You're gonna get hit in the shins, dude. Do you not see me spinning a handle down by your knees?
Oh my god, I don't want to jump off every 5 minutes.
I'm just saying. I'm trying not to hit you in the shins with the thing. Alright. So we want this to go, hold on, rush the gun. Gotta get everything straight, right? I didn't mark my line. Yeah, right about here. Trying to line everything up, bud. We don't want to drill in the wrong spots. It'll go through, right? Alright. So between those lines there, I'm just going to start hitting you in the knee with it because you won't move your butt. Alright. So we need to make sure we don't go past that line. So we can go to here to about here. Alright, ready?
Ready.
Careful. Okay, we won't go too deep now. Right about there, I think. You need to quit going all gung-ho, bud. Slow. It's not a race. Alright. Ready? I'm going to turn the handle. Okay, right about there. I don't think you're watching where you're drilling. I think you're waiting for me to stop it every time. That what's happening? You can watch this too. Watch where the tape starts rubbing. See right there? When that tape hits the wood, that's where we're going to stop. Let me draw a line through here for the back, and then we'll just space them evenly after that, okay?
Okay.
I'm not going to have a very good straight line. It looks like it's pretty close to this existing line here. We'll use the graph paper to kind of keep our line straight, I think. because we don't have a straight edge here to measure from. It's pretty close to where the graph paper was, so we'll go with that. We'll go over a little bit from that one. Vise is in my way. Can't make a straight line because I'm hitting the vise. There we go, that line. That line, and that one's pretty good. All right. So what we want to do is we want to keep drilling backwards until we get all that leveled out. All right. You gonna grab it or what?
I'm gonna grab.
Good. So what'd you say we were at?
We were at about 4.04.
Alright, see if I can get this scale level enough to, hold on. Let me get the scale level enough where we can weigh stuff. Kind of got the wheels just balanced here.
This thing is kind of foamy.
404, 568, so we're just over a ½ ounce too heavy. We got a lot more wood to remove still though, so I think we're gonna...
We can drill out the wheel wells.
Well, I don't think we need to do that. I think we'll go ahead and finish shaping it a little bit.
Yeah.
We won't glue the roof on yet, and then we can always take more root. We got a lot more wood here we can take off back here, and we can go under here a little more. So I think we'll go ahead and do that and see where that gets us. Because yeah, we're over by about 0.68, so we will see where that gets us. And we'll go ahead and work on this more, because we still got to paint. The paint's going to add some weight too.
Yeah, the paint's going to add on.
So
I guess about a ½ an ounce.
So we'll trim some more out of this.
Yeah.
Let me see where we're... I can't keep my pencil straight, can I? So I only moved that much wood right here.
Yeah.
So we've got a cavity like that. We still got a little more room on the roof we can take out.
Yeah.
Not much, but we got some more wood we can shave up there. We can come back here a little bit. So I think we're going to apparently be all right. We just need to finish it up. So we'll get some more wood removed, and then we'll come in and start putting her together, I think, right?
Yep.
So we hollowed last time out this whole middle, and we hollowed out some of this. And I think last time we hadn't glued the sides on yet, but at the end of the day after I stopped filming, I went ahead and glued the sides on.
Yeah.
So now it's all one big block.
And now it looks like we have enough room for headlights. Can you show them?
Well, we're going to have headlights in here, yeah.
Yeah, it looks like there's enough room for them now.
So we filed that out with some files, right?
Yep.
And some saws. We actually used a coping saw for that.
And we added some parts for it so we can glue on the bumper.
Yeah, I think we might use this as the bumper here. This might still be enough to use for a bumper.
Yeah.
So we might use that for the bumper. I don't know about the back bumper yet. We'll have to think about that. But we weighed it, and last time I weighed it...
And also it has almost no trunk.
Yeah, well, it doesn't. It's just kind of a station wagon, right?
Yeah.
So I weighed it last time, and when I weighed it, I think we got finally the weight down by removing all that stuff in the middle there.
Yep.
So we're at 351 now, 368, and we're right at 5 ounces. And we still got some wood to remove, and we want to add some details like headlights and taillights and stuff, so we might need to remove a little more wood, but we'll see where we end up after we shape it.
Let's take it out of the wheel wells.
I was thinking we could do that. We could drill holes right here, right?
Yeah.
We drill a hole straight through there, we'll probably get weight removed. But we don't need to do that right now, so today I think we're going to shape it.
Yeah.
Start shaping it so it starts to look more like a car.
Yep. I mean, the front looks perfectly like a hearse.
Yeah, I think we still need to see these square corners here though.
Yep.
We need to take those off.
Some cars do have square corners though.
Yeah, but this one doesn't. These have slightly curved. So
The 2016 model has tons of those. The 2016 hearse from the 2016 movie.
maybe, yeah, it's a more square car.
Yeah, the 2016
So
movie had that.
We're gonna put this here so we can pad the vise a little bit. We don't want to dent our car all up, right?
Yeah, that'd be bad.
So we're gonna put this in here, and that should hold it good and tight.
Kind of looks like a Buick or something now.
So these corners here should be more rounded.
Yep.
Right here. So the hard part is going to be rounding this corner here without denting into that. But what I have, let me go find it, is I have a safe edge file.
I'm gonna get some sandpaper too.
Yeah, we got sandpaper too. So come back over here.
Just in case we need to, Tony.
This is a safe file. And what that means is one of these edges doesn't have any teeth on it, so feel that.
I thought it meant you can't stab yourself with it.
Feel that one.
It's got some teeth.
Right, so this has two safe edges. Sometimes they only have one safe edge, and what that allows you to do is when I push this up against my wood or metal like this, it won't cut down, it'll only cut over. So we want to round this off without cutting into our hood. So we're going to take this safe file, and you can do this. Let me draw a line on it for you. When we get it out of here, we'll draw a line where we want the file down to, okay? Come on, rather. So we want this to be rounded just about like that. So see how much wood we got to take out?
Yeah, we got to take out a lot.
It won't take very long. That file will take it right off.
And the rasp would probably be zip, done.
Yeah, the rasp would probably tear it out though.
Yeah. The Shinto can be fine or sharp.
But either way, it takes off a lot of wood real fast,
how do you
right?
get the chips out of the Shinto?
We don't need to worry about that. They'll come out when you rub against it more.
Okay.
When we rasp it next time. Next time we use it, they'll force them out. We don't need to worry about that. All right, so here's the car.
Packed in there. It's got.
All right, are you paying attention here? All right, so I need you to look at the lines I just put on there, and we're going to round this off using that safe edge against the wood, and we're going to file that off. So you have to get probably in front of it. You probably don't need your step. Probably don't need the step.
I'm using it to get on.
Okay, we'll try not to cut into the hood. We just need to round those over. Down to the line. I would do one side first, yeah, and then switch over. And then we'll switch to sandpaper to finish it. I think we need to do the bumper too. We might use the rasp for bumper because there's a bigger chunk of wood to remove.
Yep.
So we might use the rasp on that.
There we go.
It's getting there, yeah.
That looks round enough, right?
Pretty good. You got a little more corner right here to take off. But yeah, not bad. Told you it wouldn't take very long, right?
Just a little tiny bit more still.
Get it where you want it, and then do the other side. Only cuts one way. The file's only cut forward.
Oh.
We're going backward and doing no good. Yeah, there you go. That way. Files only cut one direction. Kind of like a saw blade. They only cut one way.
Did you do it?
Yep. Okay, get the corner. You're cutting down our middle top. We don't want to cut the round part. We want to just cut the corners off. You put a lot of grooves right there. We don't need those. We just want to take these corners off.
That should do it.
Very good.
Yep.
All right, so I think what we're going to do for the bumper is we want to round this bumper off a little bit to match these kind of curves a little bit. But there's a bigger chunk of wood, so I think we'll just kind of knock these off by hand. Don't drop my files, they'll break.
Wait, they're that tempered?
They're very hard. They're very, very hard. All right, so here, bring it up here.
Now I know how to snap them in
Yeah, they'll break. So we're going to hold the rasp. We're going to take this bumper. See the bumper part? You want me to draw a line on it too?
Yeah, draw a line. It's easier with a line.
Okay, so we want to round this over too, just like we did on the headlights. And I'll make a line here.
Just pressing down on this, you can't really cut yourself.
Not too much. If you press real hard, you might be able to hurt your finger, but it'd take a lot of effort, right?
I already cut my finger.
I've seen that. All right, so the line's on the back side. Can you do it from the back side, or do you need me to turn the whole car around?
I think I can do it.
All right, so see if we can round that off.
Does this cut forward or back?
Forward only.
Okay.
All right, now stay away from your hood. You see how you're coming over here?
Yeah.
What's going to happen if you hit that?
Bad.
You're going to take that part you just worked on right off, won't you? Don't want to do that. You don't got to push very hard.
Most files you don't.
Nope, pushing harder isn't going to make it work better.
The front of it from this angle looks kind of like a bumper car.
Let's see what we got here. Got to come down a little bit farther on the bottom, don't we?
Yeah, there's a wood chip sticking out.
Pad might be in the way here. Let's see if we can get between them. I might have to raise the car up, I think.
We're using a really old-fashioned mouse pad for their pad.
I might have to raise the car up because we don't have enough room. Get out of there. For a rasp to work, do we? clamp that, and then we should be able to get a bigger, steeper angle like this. Finish rounding that up. Maybe even go this way a little bit. Not good, we're going to be going against the grade here. How's that curve?
It's so real.
Good? All right,
Yeah.
we'll do the other side here. Come over here. The same thing, I put the line on this side, right? So keep track of the bottom. No, wait, no. You did it again, look. You're getting over here. You cannot get over here. You got to stay on that, all right? Precision, dude, precision.
Machining.
You don't want to get crazy because you'll take this part we just worked on off. You got to do just the parts you want to file. You got to know where all of the rasp is.
Like I said, we could just like put 2 squares in and we could have 2016 Hearst headlights.
That's not the one we're making, right?
Yeah.
All right, how's it look?
About equal.
All right, you got hair stuck to you.
I got wood chip stuck to my hair.
So we knocked a chip out here, but that's okay. We can fill that, I think, with paint or putty.
Yeah.
All right, so we still have that part, but look at this part. We still need to round this. The problem, if we round this, we're definitely going to take these off. We don't want to do that, right?
Yeah.
So let's put this down. I might, maybe, I think the hood's going to be wider than that bumper. That's going to cause us some problems. So we might have to do some careful work on that. We got to be able to get our files in, right? Anyway, we're making progress. All right, so we started rounding them off, and I think what we'll do is we'll get them coarse sandpaper. There's some 120 grit.
I've got some 220.
Yeah, I think we need the 120 grit though, it's bigger.
Yeah, is the 220 more fine?
Yeah,
or
the
more
220 is finer than 120. It goes by how many pieces of grit are in an inch.
Okay. 220 pieces in
Versus
grit.
120, and 120 would be like if you had one piece in that grit, that inch. How big of that piece have to be? Big, right? So the numbers go the other way. All right, so I think you can do this. So come here. I'm gonna take this sandpaper, and just like we were using the file, we're gonna round that over. You me draw a line on it again, or are you gonna be able to guesstimate it?
I can't guesstimate.
Let me sharpen my pencil real quick so we get a good clean line. I'm getting some rounded lines. All right, let's see what we got.
I already kind of put a curve on that one.
Yep, you want me to turn around so you see it easier?
Yeah.
Flip it around this way.
The mouse pad works for the chip catcher, see?
Yep. All right, so we want this to be rounded here. We want the curves to kind of match a little bit. So I'm going to think we need that much off of that one. We need to come around this one just a little bit more. We can do that with sandpaper too, though, I think. Oops, that chip's getting in my way. Get out of the way.
Chippy.
See the chip.
Let's call it chippy.
All right, can you see that curve?
Yeah.
That I marked? All right, so take your sandpaper and don't hit your hood right there.
I thought I just wanted me to sand that part.
No, we're just doing the bumper part. Don't hit the hood. We already got the hood parts done.
It really does look like a bumper car from this view.
A bumper car?
Yeah, you know those like.
Maybe. I'll do. Let's see if I can file this a little bit while you're standing. Go ahead and stand on it. I'm gonna see if I can file this. We got a rough spot right here out. I'll see if I can get that out of the way. Room for both of us to work, right?
It's like I put less of a curve on that, but I followed your line.
No, you just need to round it over. You're just putting a flat on it because you're holding the paper flat. So look, you're doing this. Watch, you're doing this, but you need to.
I gotta angle it more.
You gotta make it round. You can't just hold it flat. You're gonna get a flat. There you go. Round her over. I need round file.
Is this how you do it?
Now round it over. You gotta keep going. Not the same line. You gotta round it over and watch your hood. You're getting your hood again.
Might hit that with a little tiny rat tail. It's gonna work.
Well, you probably need this one because it cuts less. So, what are you trying to smooth out on? That part I just did?
Yeah, the part that I was trying to sand.
Oh, it won't do the curve. You have to do. That'll just do. This dude's hollows. It won't do.
Oh, I thought I could rat tail that curve.
No, I think you can do it this way. Look, you just gotta. So watch what I'm doing. Pay attention. Because you're playing with all the tools, you're not paying attention. I'm starting this way, and then I'm slowly rocking it back as I sand.
Okay.
See? And that'll eventually round it over. There's another way you can do it is to take the corner off first. So angle it once, make a flat corner, and then you take those corners off one at a time until you get it all rounded. You just keep taking the corners off until it rounds, and then you can kind of smooth it over. So what do you think? Is it good enough, or you need to round it some more? This one's got a sharp point right here.
Good enough.
All right, so what else we need to do this front end? You wanted to put lights in it, so I don't want to do too much shaping right now, because we're going to put lights in it.
Should I go get the push pins?
I don't think we're ready for that yet. I think we need to shape, what I think we ought to shape is the sides.
Because if you watch the video, last time we cut up push pins and used those for headlights.
And we're still going to do something about this grill, because we just kind of...
You just kind of give it a zoop.
We cut those with the coping saw, but it kind of made these big ugly cuts, so we'll have to file those too. But I think what we should do is see this big sharp corner?
Yeah, we gotta round.
We should round that over.
Because if you've seen the movie, the doors are kind of rounded over.
So I think we should round that, and we need to round it just a little bit on top. We don't want to go too crazy here because we're going to run out of fender, but I think we can round it just a little bit. So I'm trying to decide if you want to hold it this way, like this. Maybe we'll try it this way. And we don't want to use our big old rasp on this because it'll take wood off too fast, I think.
Hey,
so
it's rasping the wood.
I think we'll use this file. So let's see if this will work. Come over here. And we're just going to take this corner off. Remember I told you 2 ways to do this. We can make a corner off, make it kind of an octagon, or we can kind of round it. I think we'll do the corner off.
Okay.
So just take that corner off.
I guessed that corner off.
Yep, file it till that corner comes off.
I'm trying to see how the angling method works.
Well, try the flat part. Take the corner off, like I said. Pick a path and go with it, man. Can't keep changing your ideas. You won't get too crazy. You're not going to make it go faster by going faster. Long, casual, careful strokes. You need a coarser file, or you think that one's going to do it?
I think I might want a coarser one.
Well, this one's a little coarser.
Okay, but I'm going to be real careful.
So this one's coarser, so you can do the same thing. We just want to take that corner off like this. And we want to go all the way down. Except for right here. See how it comes up?
Yeah.
Avoid that, and we'll come back and get that at a different angle. That makes sense? Yeah. So do that. Take that corner off. You might even start from this angle and go this way. Watch. That way you don't hit this corner. You can start, put your hand up here. You might even go like this. Well, you gotta slide it. You can't fight me here. There you go, like that. Like that. Until you get the corner knocked off. Oop, popped out of the vise. Let me get it back in there.
It does that a lot.
Well, we're not holding very much of the car. We're only holding a tiny little bit of the car, so it's not a lot to grip.
And on like a metalworker's vise, you can't hold it.
So, like I said, start back here. Remember how we were doing it from this angle over? Well, if we hulked it, then it'd smash our wood, right?
Yeah,
we don't want that.
That's why you can only do that with a machinist vise.
Well, metal, we could crank it tighter.
Yeah, on metal, we can hulk it.
But that'll smash our wood. Okay, we want to change our angle now. Don't hit my vise. We can. Let's see if we can get this rounded a little more. And then we're going to do the top corner. Our paper's getting in the way. We could probably take that paper off now, I reckon.
Yeah. I mean, it's just going to get painted white.
Yeah. Well, the paper is just to keep our marks. See if I can get the paper off real quick.
Yeah, I think that's enough rounding.
Think so? Well, we'll have to look good and rounded on the car. We'll see. We'll do the other side too. If I can get this paper off real quick. Maybe. Let me do that. Maybe I can get to peel with this chisel to begin with. That stuck good. Glue.
Oh yeah, should I still be holding this file?
You can hold the file. So it does have a curve. I think we can sand the rest of that with a sanding block.
Yeah.
We need to do this fin here.
Yep.
The fin is a slightly sharper angle because we want it to come out as a Cadillac fin.
Yeah.
And then we'll do the other side, or you want to do the other side and then do the fins last?
I think I might do the other side, then do the fins last.
Okay, well, let me get rid of this cushion here because this is making it slip, I think. I don't want to crush our car, but I also don't want it to slip around in the vise.
It's a trade-off.
Yeah, so let me make sure we're not breaking anything off. Let me slide it down. I want to break our fins off, right? We've already got kind of a curve filed in the front too, So it's going to be, all right. Now this one you can't see as good. You want me to turn around so you can see the top?
Yeah.
Okay, so you need to come from that corner this way this time so you don't cut into our fence. You want to start this way at an angle and go like that. And knock off the same corner we knocked off on the other side. About the same amount, right? You want them to kind of match, right? You got to slide it. You're just going sideways. Files cut with teeth this way. If you just do this, you're not really cutting much. You need to go this way. Hear it cutting?
Yeah.
So you want to do that. Slide it. So stay down on the corner. Keep this handle down so we can get the corner off. And we'll get it knocked down a little bit, and then we'll go ahead and sand it with the sandpaper to finish it.
Pretty good curve.
Yeah, I think we need a little bit more. So let's see what we got here. 'Cause we got a pretty good curve on the other side, don't we?
Yeah.
Well, let's go ahead and knock that corner off.
Don't miss advice.
I know.
This is not a metal file.
It is a metal file, actually. We're just using it on wood. And then we'll knock this corner off. And we probably can't get low enough to knock that other one off. We'll have to sand that with a sanding block, right?
Yep.
Alright, so we got a curve on there.
I'm gonna go get sanding block.
We should probably hold it when we sand it. So let me see sanding block. It's got the right sandpaper on it.
That's got like
It's got the right sandpaper on it.
120.
Do you know why we use a sanding block instead of our
Because
fingers?
it like allows you to get a better curve on
It makes it
things.
straight, so we can
Yeah.
keep a straight, even line, and we can smooth out. If there's a dip in here
Yep.
or a chip, it'll smooth it out. So here you go.
Because the downside of paper is it
It bends, right. So the sanding block keeps it from bending. So you can take this sand block just like this, and round that off.
That's pretty round.
Well, go ahead and sand it. We still got some to sand off of it. Now, you want to go this way, though, because you don't want to hit our fin, remember? You don't want to hit our fin. You want to make sure we don't hit the fin, and we have to keep that part.
It kind of gets like less curvy, so I'm gonna work on the back here.
Yeah, we need to probably cut that in. We'll get it. We'll just a little bit at a time, right? And what we also need to do is the bottom of the doors need to curve in too, right? Well, we can do that with a rasp or a file. So don't order with sandpaper. Sandpaper's for finishing work.
That's a good curve.
All right, we'll get the other side smooth too. Again, like I said, don't hit your fins, so stay down below it. And we'll do the fins. And I'm thinking we should probably drill a hole above that axle to lighten it up more.
Yep.
I don't know if I have a small enough drill bit for the brace for that. We'll have to check.
I'm moving the car instead of the
That
block.
works as long as it goes across it, right?
Good enough.
You think so?
Yeah.
All right.
It probably needs just a tiny bit of rounding up, but...
We got some pretty big chips here in front of the wheel. Well, we'll have to
Yeah.
probably fill those.
Hey,
Or,
look, I think I know where the chip is.
yeah, well, I don't know. I think that's off a different chip.
B.
Yeah, that's off a different side. That's off somewhere else. We can fill it. It's all right. We can
Yeah.
add some filler.
We have some wood filler in with the car's name on it.
So I think with the car's name on
That means the car needs it.
it. Oh, okay.
It means the car is gonna go there soon.
All right. So I think we still need to round this off right here on the
Yeah.
bottom. So you want to try to use the rasp for that, you think?
Yeah, the good old Shinto.
All right. Well, let me that pad. The pad. Let's see if we can get it
And
back.
you always hand
on the
people
vise.
sharp tools handle first.
Yeah, that's a good plan, so they don't get cut, right?
I mean, even if you get cut, at least they don't get cut.
Mostly so you don't accidentally stab them when you're handing it to them.
Yeah, because you could do like this.
If it slipped or something.
You could do
yeah.
like
Let's
stab
see
them
if
in
we
the
can get this
hands.
to hold tight enough. Not breaking anything. This is going to be pretty hard on this car because we need to keep a good angle.
Yeah.
So we're going to use only the fine side. And see how this back's already chipped off?
Yep.
I think we need to match just about that.
Okay, so I won't have to
So-
rasp that.
Well, yeah, that would be about fine. So come over here. So we want to just kind of take this angle and take this corner off. Oops. See if I can hold the car. Do it at the same time, right?
Almost like pine firs.
Well, it is fine.
I mean, like pine needles.
Tell you what we should do. I think what we ought to do.
That's pretty round.
No, it's not yet. Let's make a line. Let's make a line. We'll use this as a cheap measuring device. And we'll take a line here. And I think we should round it at least up to this line.
Files are cheap.
Well, it's there. It's fine.
Yeah.
I think we should round the body kind
It's
of into
10
that.
feet of walking cheap.
Kind of into that part. So, wrong side. Ready? We're going to try to get rounded towards that size. That line I just put on there, right? So I'm going to angle it. Don't cut it too much. You feel it stop sliding?
Yeah.
We're cutting in one spot too much. I think we should go that far there, and I think we should go down about halfway into here. This piece of wood we just cut. So I think we'll have about halfway to here. So we're almost there. I think right about here is where we need to be. We're getting pretty close. Look at that. The right side up. You keep flipping my rasp over and I'm not looking.
Sawdust is practically falling out from under
You're kind of
this
fighting me though. You keep trying to pull it this way. We need to get this part too. Put your finger in there, silly. What are you doing?
My thumb started moving.
Well, you about got under the rasp. This thing will cut your finger and get under it.
At least it won't cut my finger off.
No, but it'll hurt. All right. So I think that's probably pretty good for that.
Yeah,
you think?
that is like. I think we should touch up on this.
Well, we can sand that with sandblock. Remember, don't have to use one tool for everything. Sandblock would do a better job of that, don't you think? Do you think sandblock would work better?
I'm gonna try to get that.
The line's fine. We're going to use that still. So sand that. So we need to sand this smooth. Run that over a couple times.
I was thinking, let's do it now.
Well, we can do it a little bit at a time. It don't matter what part we work on.
Yeah.
All right. So a little bit better.
Now I got one realistic side.
What about this bumper? We need to round it a little bit, but you think it should be less rounded than the car?
Yeah, it's got.
Because it sticks out a little,
yeah,
right?
in the movie, it's not as rounded as the doors.
Yeah, it sticks out a little bit, right?
So
I think this is going to be too coarse for that.
I'm gonna see how much the roof weighs now that we've,
You need to focus on what we're working on, bud.
The roof weighs an ounce.
All right, come on. We need to focus on what we're working on. So we're going to round this off now. Bumper. So we want it less than the body. So we took the body all up to that line, but I think we'll just take this to this line. That makes sense?
Yeah.
So we'll just take that hard corner off of it, I think. Go ahead and file that off. I'll try to hold the car here. The bumper. You're not even paying attention, man.
Work with me here.
Yeah, you need to work with me and pay attention to what you're doing. Yeah, it's got a while to go. You're not pushing down. I think you can push a little harder than that. You can actually take some wood off. Can you feel it gripping the wood?
Yeah.
You want it to actually grip.
It's actually jamming a little bit.
You want to actually pay attention to what you're doing, because look what you're doing. See this? How you got a groove cutting in here?
Yeah.
It's because you're looking over there. You look at what you're doing and pay attention to what you're cutting. Eyes stay on the work, not everywhere else. You can see this big groove we're filing out now that you left? We don't want that. We want that to be nice and straight. So we need to now file that hollow you cut in there out. And that's why you keep looking at your work. That's pretty good. Let's get this bottom corner off here. All right, I think what we'll do, this top corner off a little bit. I think what we'll do is this top of the bumper, right here, see that line where the bumper goes? I think we'll cut that in with a file.
The wheel wells are literally filling with sawdust.
Okay, are you listening or are you playing with sawdust? I think we'll cut this in, this part here lower than the bumper so the bumper sticks out a little bit. What do you think? Kind of smooth that in a little?
Yeah, the bumper's got to stick out.
So I think we'll smooth that in a little bit. And the way we can do that...
Because the front of the car is literally smooth.
Right, we got options. So we can try to chisel it a little bit, just this corner, and then we'll smooth it. So we're going to do just a tiny little sliver of wood out of there. So we're going to put it here. We're going to push it down. Oops, car's moving on me. Just like that. We actually might not need to take much out. That dent looks pretty good that I just put in with the chisel.
Yep. I try to keep the car from moving.
You see the dent we put in there? That's not bad. I want to take a little bit of wood out of there, I think, though. What do you think?
Yeah, I think we'll like do that, the same dent as the chisel.
Well, let me move your butt for a second, and let's see if we can. Let's see if we can get this peeled out of there a little bit. Not too much. I want to get nobody stabbed by the chisel, right? I think we need enough out of there so we can round that top of that bumper over, you know what I mean? Like the bottom?
Yeah.
I think if we'll take just a little bit of wood out of here.
I wish they did Pinewood Derby and Boy Scouts.
Well, I think some Boy Scouts do. I think we can still build cars if you want. They're not expensive. If you really want to build cars still, we can do cars even without them.
Let's do it. And we can even arrange unofficial races.
Maybe. I don't know who to race with.
I'd race against you. We'd have like
we'd
have like an unofficial due date.
We could have a race between us, the cars I build and the car you build.
Yep, and then we'll like just race cars from the past too.
Okay. So now I think you can finish that with sandpaper. What do you think of the bumper? Good?
We're good.
Alright, so get your little, where'd you do that little piece of sandpaper at? There it is. So we're going to smooth this out. So what we're trying to do is are you listening? We're trying to keep up a bumper, but see how it winds up in a big hill here? We want to make that less of a hill. So kind of flatten that out if we can. Think I need to chisel it more, or do you think the paper will do it?
I think it ought to chisel it more.
You think I ought to chisel it more? I don't know if it really needs it, but we can try.
Emphasis added, or to.
I think we should add 2 more holes in front of the front wheel, and then we'll be light enough, and I think we'll go ahead and cut for the bumper. Don't use the corners, you'll put a hole in it. Remember, the purpose of a sand block is so it has a flat. Right? You need coarser paint. Is the paper wore out?
Yeah, it's a little worn.
Well, let's get new paper. I got a piece over here.
120.
That's you worn out too. I got a piece over here. Brand new one.
Oh.
Alright. Are you going to give it to me or are you going to fight me for it? Alright.
I think now we're just to the spray glue residue.
Probably, but we want to make sure we get that off because we're going to paint this. We're going to paint this, so that should take that off. Remember to keep it flat or you're going to make a weird spot, right? And don't hit our bumper. We don't want our bumper to end up flat, so when we get up here we have to stay up high, okay? So sand all that paper off. Don't take my bumper off. We just told you not to take the bumper off. First thing you do is sand on the bumper.
This stuff does not want to come off.
Well, you're getting it. It's getting lighter in it. Faster doesn't make it better.
You're right.
Going crazy is not going to make it work better. It's getting there. We do a little bit of time. We're not going to take it all off right now. We'll have to think about that back bumper. Maybe we'll add.
Better.
We'll add some. Yeah, we're getting there. Again, faster and crazy doesn't make it work better. Dude, quit being silly. Look. You want to make long strokes so that you don't make flat spots. Because if you sand on one spot, you'll make a divot. We don't want a big hole or a dent, right?
Yeah.
You want to go nice and long strokes.
Or not.
Like this. Look. Better, right? It's already coming off.
Better. It's already coming off.
We just need to finish sanding it, and then we can start finish shaping this. Alright. Good enough for now.
Yep.
Alright, so we got the bottom shaped a little bit. We got a front bumper defined, kind of. We need to round it over some more. And then we need to do our back bumper. But I think if we drill these holes here, we'll be ready to start adding the roof and adding weight. Because we were right at 5 ounces before, right?
Yep.
And we took a little bit of wood out. Probably not enough to lighten it substantially.
Yeah.
So bring me all the parts. We'll see what it weighs now. I bet we didn't take that much out of it. So put the wheels in it. We're right at 5 ounces before. I guess that'll work. Now here's the roof.
Tire hood.
And now we're at 492. So we took off, what would that be? 8/10.
8/10 of an ounce?
8/10 of an ounce we took off of it.
We can do better.
Well, I think we have a lot more wood to remove still. We got this.
Yeah.
We got to round these off still. We're gonna have to round the whole back up
Tons
still.
of rounding, so it'll probably be up to about 3.
Well, I'm hoping.
4.8, 89.
I'm hoping to remove enough wood that we can add some back. That's what I would like to do.
Yeah.
Then we can decide where the weight goes, right?
Yep.
All right. So we still need to work on the shaping a little bit. We need to think about the bumper. The front doesn't look too bad. I think we need to shape the headlight things though on top of the hood here a little more.
Buckets.
So I think we're about ready to drill the last 2 holes. We need to smooth these out. You looking? No. We need to smooth the wheel wells out here and not do a bumper. We might have to do something with the bumper. We might smooth that bumper just in, curve it in a little bit.
Yeah.
Same with this one. And then we need to smooth these wheel wells out. We can do that with sandpaper. You want to try to smooth those out a little bit with sandpaper?
Yeah, this car is extremely smooth.
So smooth those out with that sandpaper. Just take that sharp edge all the way around our wheel wells. You can hold the car too. I'm not going to be able to hold it while you're doing it. So sand those all out. Get those rounded off nice. We need to put some putty in a couple places where we have some chips. We can do that.
That'll be fun.
To get it all the way around the whole wheel well. And do all 4 wheel wells that way. And then we'll maybe drill some holes in it. The last 2 holes. I don't know if I have a drill bit that'll do that. Yeah, I guess we got these ones. I need to sharpen it. So we have this little tiny drill bit here that'll work. I think it's a 1/4 inch. We might use that one. We'll have to sharpen it though. It's not very sharp, clearly. So we'll think about sharpening that drill bit to do that. Right now we can round those wheel wells off. And then we'll drill the last 2 holes. And then we're working on getting the shape done and the lights and stuff installed, right?
Yep. Because what's a car without lights?
Painting it.
A car that no one can drive.
We bought spray paint today.
That's probably good. I wish there was a color called Cadillac Hearst White.
No, I don't remember what. They probably had a name for the white they used. I don't know what it'd be. Every car color has a name usually.
There's like Subaru White.
Yeah,
and
it's not just.
Nissan
It's
White.
usually not just white. It's something weird.
There's probably a Cadillac White in there somewhere.
All right, so we got that part done. They're a little bit rounder. All right. So now we need to figure out the rest of this for our grill. Are we going to paint the grill on?
Yeah.
Okay, paint the grill on, so we can use that. We'll flatten those out a little bit more. Paint the grill on. I think we may be able to get 2 small headlights in there. We'll have to look. We'll have to see about that. I don't know. And then we have 2 lights, maybe single lights down here.
Yeah.
And then the back will have single big red lights for the tail light.
I wonder why it has singles in the back but doubles up front.
I don't know. I didn't invent the car. Not the car designer.
It'd be cool if you were.
Yeah.
Then you could design a Cadillac Hearst right from
And then we're going to take this off by filing it up to match the roof when we get the roof on finally.
Yep.
Right? All right, so we got a little bit more work. Let's sharpen this drill bit and we'll drill this hole. Okay?
Okay.